Allison in the red and white. Round number 1 underway. Jones already connecting early here. Shane Allison backed up against the oval, Damon.
So Shane's tactics will be, to fight at range, I believe. Jack's going to get inside the distance because Shane's got great kicks, as you saw then. So I think Jack's going to try and negate the action and shut him down and keep him to the side of the oval. Some strong shots going in there. Great start to the first round.
Flipping right hook on the exit for Allison. He lands it again. Now kick to the midsection, but Jones has him down on the oval. Bit of ground and pound coming through, Raheem.
I like when they get in close, they decide not to tie up. Sometimes upstairs, instead of striking when the guys get close, they get their hands and arms tied in. These guys are all action. It's striking every time they get an opportunity.
Allison
Exciting action.
doubling up on that head kick. None of them landed. Jones still commanding the center here.
Great shot. I think he rocked him. I think he rocked him there. They're loading their shots up. They're loading their shots up. And again, I think a slight little nick under Jack's right eye.
Allison clinching up there. Some blood coming down from the nose there, Raheem.
Jones even going for the hip toss. You saw when they clinched up top. He wants nothing of stopping this action. Now we're looking for 1, 2, 3 strikes when he's down. That's the part I love about this action, is that there is no stop. There is all pace. And when they go to the ground, it's still striking.
A rule set that is perfected for entertainment, Damon.
Exactly. We know that the public want things fast these days, and we're delivering now. I mean, the fights have been going for 1 minute 30, and look at their faces already. They've came here to fight, and this is entertainment.
20 seconds to go here in our first round. Shane Allison lacerated here, still winging wild, chopping right hooks as he exits around the ring. Now Damon, southpaw versus orthodox stance here. That style plays heavily into both as Allison goes high with the head kick.
Definitely. I think Shane's using his back leg as a round. Oh, spinning hook kick from Jack Jones. Shane's using his rear leg, which means that Jack can step inside. I believe that Shane needs to create more distance and use his side kick. But the interesting thing is with this bend is these guys come from a style where if you knock someone up,
Do you want me to lay out?
you get disqualified if you knock someone out, whereas they're coming into a new rule set. However, Jack Jones has got way more experience in the full contact realm.
Couple replays here from that first round of action. High pace that these two were setting up, Raheem.
You can see blood streaming from the nose of Shane, and you can tell that Jack Jones is a shark because it only stepped up the pace, only created more action. I wasn't sure if they were going to get out of that round, especially with that high kick. If that had landed without a block, I think this show would be closed.
You saw those toes go right to the teeth of Jack Jones. Beautiful technique on that spinning hook kick. Damon, I want to ask you, Shane Allison tried that high kick several times, couldn't really land it. What does he need to do in round 2 to get that technique to connect?
I think for me, a few times Shane's tried the back leg turning kick. Jack has grabbed his leg and then forced him down to the side of the oval. And like Raheem said, we're only allowed 3 shots on a downed opponent, only hand strikes, but the opponent on the ground.
I can't really hear my IFB.
Up kicks to defend themselves, so it changes the dynamics, and that's why we developed that system of scoring for entertainment. And I mean, the first round in, it's not a 12-round stalemate fight, it's all-out action.
Round number 2 underway. Allison connecting early on Jones.
I like that they touch gloves at the beginning of the second round. You don't see that kind of respect, especially with a violent sport like this. But I expect there to be even more action, more striking as the second round gets underway.
Allison connecting again with that right hook on the inside. Displaying a little bit better head movement here than the first frame, Damon.
Definitely some great short right hooks from Shane Allison. I think what they could do also, both of them, because they can spin, is after that roundhouse kick, when the opponent goes back out the distance, they could follow with a spinning kick.
Again, Allison goes high, then to the body, trying to spin over on the oval. Jack Jones just sort of pushed him almost like a windshield wiper, Raheem, on the side.
I wonder, why are we seeing more kicks from Jack Jones?
Exactly, Shane Allison's the taekwondo fighter, but Jack is not allowing the distance. Shane also had an ACL injury, which he's just come back from. But sometimes, you have a plan, but sometimes it doesn't work. And I think that Shane's plan, he didn't think Jack was going to force the distance that much.
Both fighters trying to probe with range in their lead hand.
Good body shot there from Shane, that might have hurt him.
And an up kick as well from Allison. Pretty productive on bottom there, Raheem.
Every time you go down doesn't necessarily mean you're the one that's going to be getting struck. When you pursue a fighter who's on his back, sometimes you get hit with a punch or a kick that can make it to his advantage. There is no stop in the action here. Love it.
Shane Allison finding that right hook more and more as this fight progresses, Damon. That's starting to wear on Jack Jones.
It definitely is, but the only issue is, oh, great back kick from Shane. The only issue is because it's such a short shot, it allows Jack to come onto him. One thing that I've not seen much, though, are any...
No layout at the end of this one.
Yeah, not many sweeps going on. There's obviously some leg traps, but there could be options for some takedowns. But what a great fight. Oh,
beautiful head kick from Shane Allison. Finally, that weapon connects as we head to the third and final round. Couple replays here from round number 2. There you see Jack Jones lifting Allison to the mat. But like we talked about, Raheem, Shane Allison, very productive from every dimension of this fight so far.
Shane Allison is controlling the action. His strikes are landing, his kicks are going high, even through the guard. Now there's one that is partially blocked, but you can see it still connects to the jaw. That still hurts quite a bit. I would like to see something from Jack Jones in the way of defending those kicks and then having a counter. What we are not seeing, I believe, that Jack Jones is counter-striking.
The question is for me, Raheem, who do you think's winning so far?
I've got Shane Allison well ahead. I think he's in control. Jack needs to pull something out in this third round to make a statement, and potentially, if it is a draw, to get ahead.
Both welterweights opting to stand right in the center at the opening of this final round. Allison testing out that spin kick once again. Huge flurry of strikes on the inside that bounce off Jones's dome.
I think what Jack could do as well is, rather than going for the turning kick, he could bring it through the middle to a front kick or maybe axe kick. I also think that Jack Jones could shut that kick down every time and take him down and work the short distance, but what a great fight.
Brief pause here from JC Cashman. Reset with 87 seconds to go. Again, Allison goes high with that left leg.
Combination punching
that drops him. That might have hurt Jack, but he's a tough guy.
Now, something you'll learn in boxing is combination punches open up more opportunity for punches.
That's a nice sequence there from Jack Jones. Some nice ground and pound, but he just has not been able to shift into gear this third round, Damon.
No, Shane's now loading that backhand with his left hand, and Jack's just staying there without head movement or maybe breaking the distance smarter. Jack knows he needs to force it to win the fight, but he's walking onto them solid backhands from Shane Allison.
Now we're under a minute left. I believe it's Jack who needs to sell out here. If he's going to do something, now's the time to do it. There's really no time left to be cute. I'd see a kick, a toss, a punch, something to change the game here.
I think he was listening to you. He tried for that head and arm throw, but just wasn't there.
Yeah, I think a little head clash there. But Jack's wincing. Some of these shots are hurting him, but I mean, if you look at both of the fighters, they're taking some damage.
Fatigue starting to maybe set in as we come to the final 20 seconds. Again, Allison goes high. Both fighters wearing damage as we get to the final stretch. Jack Jones again. Nice ground and pound, Damon.
Yes, we've got 14 seconds left, and he rocked him again. Jack's not being so defensively responsible, but sometimes you have to go. You have to force it. You have to try.
Allison going for that head kick. More often than not falling down, leaving an opportunity open for Jack Jones, Raheem.
I like how Jack is closing this round. Two absolute warriors. They're both leaking from the top, but I gotta tell you, that was an entertaining way to start this night.
This is how Total Kombat kicks off their cards. Nothing but high-octane action at the beginning, middle, and end of all events. Welterweights go the distance here. Ireland's Shane Allison and the Wales representative Jack Jones with such great battle on display. I will say this though, Raheem, not many body shots. Felt like they were head-hunting through those 3 rounds.
You know, you're right, and normally I'm the guy who misses the body shots, but really there's so much striking going on here. I didn't miss them this time. I did see a highlight of a guy getting kicked to the ribs. I think he broke 2 ribs in the process. So I expect those body kicks really can change the game. You're right, that was missing tonight so far, but I expect that to be something that is in the tool shed for upcoming fighters.
For me, it was a great fight. When you take someone down in Total Kombat, you get 2 points. Sometimes I felt like Shane was falling down. The judges may have said it was a takedown, so there was more ground game, more cleaner strikes by Shane, but it'd be interesting what the judges score.
We have the official decision. Let's send it back inside to Gurge.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy the first fight of the night? And the decision is in. Your winner is on the red side of the oval, Shane Allison!
Shane Allison gets it done by decision to kick off Total Kombat 3 here in Liverpool.